Welcome to the Peach Pod, hosted by Protagonist Apparel, where we are unfiltered, unstoppable, and unapologetic. My name is Lexi Floor. As always, I'm hosting with
Amanda Congialdi.
And we're here to talk about all things women's tackle football. Let's get into it. Today we have a very special guest, our very own quarterback from the Washington Prodigy, number 7, Ashley Clark.
So we have Ashley here. So Ashley, thank you for being here. We both agreed that you were one of the people that we were always going to get in here, whether you wanted to or not. We know you a little bit, your football background, but for people who don't know you, kind of explain your background, whether that be flag and a tackle or so on and so forth.
Sure. I started playing flag football at Howard University my freshman year. There, I was very excited to find some sport. I played basketball and softball in high school, but I wasn't going to continue playing in college. From there, we played all over the country, which was really exciting, kind of how DC Eli does now, in a sense, when you play in the summer leagues. Anyway, after that, in 2019, so 2010, I started playing flag. 2016 or 17, I started playing flag with DC Eli, the 8-on-8, and that's probably where I started to learn a lot more of the people in the area, even some players that I'm playing against now on the field. I played against them in flag. And then in 2019, I made the decision to start playing tackle. I joined the DC Divas in 2019. I did not initially want to play quarterback. I wanted to just kind of learn football. I always played safety and flag as well as quarterback, so I thought maybe I'll play safety, maybe receiver. They were open to that until the backup quarterback called it quits mid preseason. Yep. I think maybe I missed a practice or two. When I came back, they were like, "You're the backup quarterback."
Wait, I don't remember that. Who was that?
Bates.
Yeah.
Oh. You don't know Bates.
I don't know if you were there.
I was there, 2019.
Yeah,
but
were
you there when Bates were there?
You weren't there when I think she left.
That's right, because I came in.
You were flying in and out at that point.
Yeah, that's right. I was
you
still
barely were here.
Yeah.
So I came back and they're like, "You're the backup quarterback." So start learning the offense in a way, right, that you don't learn as a receiver. And it was definitely a lot compared to flag. In flag, I had my plays and my pants literally laminated. I would pull them out. They call the play. I pull it out, show everyone, and put it back in my pants. Now, right, you got to talk to everyone on the field, right? You got formations, you got motions, you got all of these things it was really a lot my first year trying to learn. And then playing behind Amanda, you're not going to get much playing time. So there's also that. I was listed as a receiver. I recorded 0 catches. I did have 1 passing touchdown. I went 4 for 4 with 1 passing touchdown.
You did.
And I ended up starting some of the last games at safety.
That was like a 70-yard touchdown, by the way, right?
It was 2 rookies. Yeah, it was from rookie to rookie.
Yeah. That was Mads. Remember Mads? She was fast.
Yeah,
right. She just had a weird white girl stride.
Yeah, like cross country or something.
Yeah, like a cross country. I do this for fun.
She caught it and we were all like, "Whoa!"
Her stride was ridiculous.
And so I think she was one of the kickers, and I was the punter,
that's right.
and maybe even the holder. So maybe she was the kicker, I was the holder. So we had a little connection there already, and then we're not starting, so you have the not starting connection as well. Then 2020 came, and I was really accepting of the quarterback thing. I was like, okay, I'm gonna really go for this. But at practice, Amanda was getting 4 reps, and I was getting 2. And even if I threw a touchdown on my first rep, we would start over, and Amanda would get her 4 reps, and I just was starting to hate that, right? So I was like, I need more reps. I started meeting with some players outside of practice. I think we met one day. We went back to practice. Maybe we met on a Wednesday. We went to practice on Thursday, and we had planned to meet up on Saturday. And somewhere in between there, COVID ended our season.
That's right. That was shitty.
And so then I just continued doing those workouts. So I went from me meeting up with 1 receiver to meeting up with 2 receivers. And then we just kind of maybe got on a 2-time-a-week schedule, and players from flag, tackle, a lot of players that I'm playing with right now were coming to those workouts. And so that kind of saved us.
I remember when you were having these workouts. A lot of flag players. I think I came to a couple of those. Yeah. Or at least, I know I came to at least one of them.
I
feel like I have a picture. I know Brylan was there.
Yeah, it was when we were in Virginia, I think.
So it's safe to say that the COVID year is why you now are in...
So, okay, so then I'll give you this. So COVID year happened, and then...
Give you a year to
reevaluate. Every year in December, you have minicamp, whether it's Prodigy or DC Divas. So I went to the DC Divas minicamp in December of 2020 for preparation of 2021. And there was just this feeling for me that I was just like, I think I'm going to try something else. I thought that I would just, again, sit behind you for another year and not play very much. And then the WNFC started getting big. I think they had already played their full year in 2019. So I found their Instagram. I was comparing their Instagram to WFA Instagram. And even to this day, the WNFC Instagram looks a lot better, in my opinion. WFA has kicked it up a notch, but WNFC.
Agreed. That will never be an argument for me.
So I remember being at home scrolling like, man, this looks cool. And they were showing some of the stuff they had done for All Pro. I don't know. I think I was just down a rabbit hole of WNFC. And so then I tried to go down a rabbit hole of WFA. And, you know, one rabbit hole was literally better. It was then too easy. You just reach out to the team. You say, hey, I'm interested. What do I need to do? I think they had already had their mini camp and they was going to start practicing. I came out to a practice just to watch. But I think they kind of made me practice. Like, come on, don't you want to throw some? Well, like, yes, I do. And I think the rest is history. I asked if I could have number 7. They had it available. And that was 5 seasons ago.
So you contacted Washington?
Yes.
Okay. You know what's ironic, though, about that? Was that in 2021 is when I tore my ACL. First quarter, second game. So that could have been the year, Ash. Like, where I'm going with that is that, you know, you could have taken my spot at that point.
Yeah, I coulda, shoulda, woulda. Yeah. And I was wearing
I just think it's ironic.
I mean, everything happens for a reason.
Everything does happen for a reason.
That was meant to be.
No, yeah, absolutely. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. And that's something I thought about too. I knew that had happened as well, right? And so whether I speak to everyone about it or not, I'm like, you know, wow, Amanda went down. I could have easily, you know, just a few months ago, I made a decision that could have.
Did you feel bad? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Well, no. So then I was excited to
She's
play.
always trying to get sympathy.
Did you feel bad that you left us and we didn't have with no backup?
Not at all.
No,
honestly.
Just kidding.
When you have a feeling in your heart, whether it's about all relationships, right? If you have this feeling in your heart about any relationship, whether it's romantic, whether it's friendship, whether it's a relationship at work or football, and you just got to go with how you feel, right? And I think that I did. I was excited about it. I was also excited to play with Jen King. She was also leaving. So in 2019, she had played with the Divas my first year too. So I played with her with the Divas on defense. We both played defense. And then I'll be playing with her. We were 2 quarterbacks on the team in 2021 on Prodigy.
Oh, dang. I didn't know she went to the Prodigy.
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Yes, there was a few people from 2019 to 2021 to make the jump over. I'd probably say like 4 or 5 players.
I mean, I played wide receiver, right? That's what she played. Yeah, we played wide receiver, and then I think she was quarterback previously. Yeah,
King,
Jen
or she was a
She was
safety.
playing linebacker
she
when
was
I
Playing
was
safety
playing.
with us.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's
Like
all
linebacker,
around,
safety.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I guess she made the jump. I had no idea. I thought she just quit. But
Well, with 2020, with that COVID year, it throws everyone off, right? You
Yeah.
haven't seen someone in a while. You don't know really what they were doing because there was no football to be had.
People were just trying to make it. They were just trying to be alive at that point.
yeah, I remember we were playing with our helmets on and a mask.
Yeah.
and I
Yeah,
remember
that's
being like, I'm gonna
terrible.
fucking die.
Brutal.
And it would get wet, and it was like waterboarding you while you were
How do
running.
you breathe doing something in a mask like that, right? Like,
I could not do
brutal.
it. I'm glad that's over.
That was
If
brutal.
we do that again, we should just put it on the face mask so it's not like on our face.
I think teams tried that.
Oh.
Didn't teams try that? I'm pretty sure. I think Pittsburgh tried that. But all I know is
sucked.
let's not go through that.
It
again.
definitely sucked. But in 2020 though, there was one league that played, and they were playing in Texas. It was like an 8-on-8 league.
Okay, yeah.
I was trying to find as much information as I could about it, but they only like it wasn't really like broadcast about. I was hoping other teams would play because they were playing, but we had to wait the whole year.
We were all desperate for football at that point.
Yes.
We were making irrational decisions.
wow.
No, I'm happy for you, honestly. Like, I feel like you said, everything happens for a reason, and I feel like you really have come into your own, and we'll talk about that in a little bit because I have questions. But I think you made the right decision, honestly.
Thank you. I really do appreciate that.
So many questions, but one that is just that I have to know is, so you guys have both played in LaMont's defense.
Offense.
He's
an offensive coordinator.
Yeah, my bad. And you guys have both played a double quarterback system. I just want to know from each of you, starting with Amanda,
Yeah, please start with Amanda.
what that feels like, or what you think, maybe like what some advantages and disadvantages of it are, because I do feel like it still adds a little bit of an advantage. I know that it's not something that everyone does. Actually,
Depends
nobody
on
does
who you
it.
ask.
But
Advantage.
well, because if one quarterback goes down, you literally have someone
Right.
who's been in with the system and doing it. You know, they don't have any
Yeah.
downtime or like have to get connections or chemistry with people they've already been in. So, I mean, what do you think?
Well, for me, this all has started because I wasn't ready for the 2022 season. So we had LaMont, who was our offensive coordinator at that time, for the 2022 season, and I was recovering from my ACL, wasn't recovered in time. I think LaMont personally went out and recruited a quarterback. And for me, I was very frustrated in my own way from my recovery. And I felt like I let that get in the way of the relationship that I had with the other quarterback. Shout out JT. She was a great teammate.
Absolutely.
And I felt like I let my personal frustrations of not being ready in time, boil over. And we've had that conversation after the season, like after all that stuff happened. But I mean, in general, like if I'm healthy, I'm not a fan of it. Just being honest, I'm just not a fan of it. I feel like you can't really get into a rhythm. And then it also creates a divide with receivers, is because we went on this thing for 2 years, 2 seasons. JT and I were back and forth, in and out, even when I was done my recovery, right? And you see receivers who want one quarterback and some receivers who want a different quarterback. They like this style versus that style. And I don't think there's unity. I don't think it's as strong as what it could be. So I feel like there was some conflict that happened, at least from my experience. How do you feel?
Okay. I will start with Coach's offense. It is complicated. Coach LaMont has a very complicated offense. He's coming from the NFL, and he expects us to follow along with some of these NFL plays. We're working at it.
I kind of like it.
Yes.
At first I was like, why are there so many words? But then I'm like, he can just
Packer
Frankenstein
left.
anything.
Am I right? Packer left, Packer right. Do we still use that?
Yeah. You want to go ahead? We can give you about a 20 word play call right now.
I know.
Like maybe 15 words. So at first that was a bit overwhelming to me. Like I said, I'm coming from flag where I'm just showing you the play. Like it's this right here. And then I could literally visualize. Can you hear me? I can visualize like this is what we're running, right? Yep. So now when he's tagging and doing this and the backs have this, it was just a lot in the beginning. But I actually found it was helpful to have 2 quarterbacks at that point in time, because as we're learning together, right? Because what is he talking about, Or like, did I get that right? Or if I did it wrong, I can see what she's doing right, or vice versa. And you can kind of have like a thought partner with it. I think that I was unsure of how he was going to handle the situation. He was new, so I was just open to whatever he had going for him. I personally asked Coach to come coach for us, so I just decided like I'm down for what he's trying. Like he wants to try this, that. He wants to have a 15 play. The play sentence is 15 words long. That just is what it is. We're splitting time. That is what it is. We're just gonna like buy in and trust it. And so I think that's what I tried to do this year. I mean, every game we split time, we won. So I'll take that.
Yeah, I feel like at the beginning of the year, I was like, I don't know. I'm just going to listen for like what my keyword is, right? Like, okay, I'm just running this.
Right, Ash?
Right.
Must be nice for you to listen to one word.
Yeah, but then towards the end, I started like seeing as he was saying it, what everyone was doing in my head. And then it became a lot easier, I think, for a football IQ to know exactly what I could do in a route, right? So if someone's doing this or someone's coming across, I know I can't do some crazy shit in the middle. I've got to do exactly what I'm doing, and I think that because of that, it's cool. But
what that's called, Lex, is understanding what the play is designed to do. So that's
you're saying what it's designed to do, but I'm saying like I know this player is going to get jammed up. If she gets jammed up there, I'm going to be able to, like, I'm going through scenarios in my head because I know the people on the field. I know like which I'm sure is what you guys do too, right? You probably like look across and you see everybody like they're probably going to get jammed. She's probably going to get off. Like,
you know what I mean? That time. Like, yeah, Chrissy's going to get jammed.
There's a lot to think about. I just finished watching that Netflix quarterback series, season
the second one?
2. Yeah. And they talk it maybe in one of the episodes about like all that you have to think about pre-snap, all that's going on, and so you got this long play, right? And you're trying to see how everyone's lined up. All of these things are happening. We are calling, at least with Coach LaMont, he wants us to call them Mike linebacker, and you're trying to see where the depths, right, of everyone are, where everyone is. And then you just can't have a linebacker, like, not a linebacker, excuse me, a running back, like asking, like, did he say left or right? It's like, whoa, like, I'm trying to see.
Don't ask any
straw
questions.
That broke the camel's back.
I'm just trying to see if the safety's going to shift to the right or to the left. And there's so much other stuff as well. Like, you got to pay attention to your linemen, right? Maybe one of my linemen has been a little iffy or is hurt, right? They're playing injured. So I've got to pay attention to that a little bit more. There's just so much that can really happen pre-snap that I really don't want any questions.
Don't ask her questions before the snap.
No, I remember some of his offense, right? It's been a couple years I've been removed, but yeah, I mean, some of those were a little lengthy, and he did bring more of an advanced offense, definitely for the women's game. So if you didn't know the frustrations that I had, and I'll tell you right now, there was no playbook. There was no offensive playbook.
I like to say same.
There's no offensive playbook. And
Yeah.
so when you bring in a complicated offense like that, that really, you have to know so many different words, so many different terms. It's probably good to have a playbook for it, starting with the
It
terminology.
would be nice. Yeah, he basically said, bring a notepad, bring a pen, and then just write it down.
Keep up.
And keep up. And we ended up making a digital
Scribble.
version and like passing it around, but it's rough.
Yeah.
It is rough.
There should be like
Especially because
installments, right?
You can't go back and look at it. Sometimes we have a playbook and we're like, okay, cool. We went over Coop, this last play, and you can go home and like look at it and be like, oh, okay, cool. That's what they were doing on the backside. But if you don't not rep it in practice, I do not know what the other side is doing at all.
Yeah.
So we have like a couple plays that are, a word. And if I'm only playing the left side in practice or X or Z in practice, I don't know what Y, what else is doing.
Fun stuff, right?
So I have to like run around and we all have to, his wide receivers be like, okay, what did you run? Like, what did you do? So.
No playbook, huh?
No, the no playbook thing is a little tough, but it forced me to like make my own playbook or start writing things down. Or during like the preseason, if JT was in, I'm writing down the play that he wrote, right? He said gun split left and a million other words, right? So I write all that down. And then when I'm in, we switch. So then at least at the end of the practice, we have like a list of all the play calls that he's liking. So then I can go back home and read that and kind of visualize that. So I was just trying to help myself a little bit. But yeah, I'd say not having a playbook is always...
Yeah, it was survival at that point. You come up with a
If you don't
plan.
go to practice,
that's the one thing is that you got to go to practice. Yeah,
right.
Don't know.
Yeah. So Ash, I have to ask you since we've talked about you've watched every episode, right? Our very first episode was before the season started, and I had the Prodigy ranked number 6 before the season started. I want to know honestly, what was your opinion of it? Like, what were your thoughts?
Okay.
Obviously, Lexi is biased, and she.
Well, I just want to say that I ranked them number 1. I ranked Prodigy number 1, and I do want to say that if we had like a minute left in the championship game, that we probably could have pulled it through. So I stand by what I said.
That's fair. That's okay.
And we could just run it back and show those clips.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so you ranked this number 6. I'll start here. I am a big numbers person. I work in spreadsheets at work, all of that. I like numbers. You chose your rankings based on like stats, numbers, players, things amount of USA players. Who knows, right? But like you had a list and like you figured out a ranking system. I feel like who can be upset with that? That is your opinion. We had done nothing the year before to make you, rank us any higher, right? If we had gotten to the championship game last year in 2024 and you ranked us number 6, it's like, come on, Amanda, right?
Yeah.
Right? But
That's biased,
we
right?
like lost in the first round of playoffs, like 2-4 or something, 2-6, like.
Oh yeah, that was Atlanta, right? Take a drink for that.
It is
right. So if someone at the end, if that's how you end the drink, if that's how you end the season, I can't be mad at you for saying, hey, they're number 6. Because I mean, really, that would kind of be where the rankings were, right? We made the playoffs. We weren't necessarily the worst team there, but hey, we didn't give you anything. Now at the end of this one. We did make it to the championship game now, so we would like a little respect on it. Yeah, because of how we played this season.
Yeah, what would you rank the Prodigy right now?
Well,
wait, was it all women's football or was it just
WNFC?
Just
WNFC. I did say then at that point that was because I've never seen the Prodigy have a franchise win. You know what I mean? Like that big win. There was never like a big convincing win against a good team at the time.
That's your opinion.
In my opinion.
Sure. But I'll take that.
Right? Because I didn't really think a lot of Atlanta.
Prior to this year, we had not beaten Mississippi.
Right. No, I'm saying prior to this year.
Right.
That's why I put them there, right? But I also did say if there were ever a year that the Prodigy had all the pieces, it was this year. Quote me. I went back. I mean, you go back and anyways. So I had to put them number 6, and I mistakenly put Utah number 5. Sorry, Utah players. But if I had a rank today, I 100% believe that you guys could have beaten Texas. I can't put you number 1. I will put you number 2.
I mean,
I will put you number 2 right now. If everybody comes back, like you say you're gonna come back, right?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you're coming back, but if everybody comes back and they're in the second year in the system and same coaches and all that stuff, then number 2 is it has to be the ranking, right? You guys, because I know you guys are probably watching. Don't yell at me for ranking number 6. Made that statement win like several times. I'm gonna be honest. I took Kansas City in the first game. I was wrong. Definitely took Mississippi in the second game, and I was wrong. And after that, I was like, this is a toss-up between Texas and
It was
Prodigy.
a fun game.
Yeah.
It was the best game I ever played in. Like,
Yeah.
It was exciting. I would just...
I found myself looking at the clock being like, damn, I wish we had more time in this quarter or something.
That was
you know?
gut-wrenching. Like, I could feel how the players must have felt. Right?
I couldn't even... I feel like I had planned to go and see people after, you know, the game and like say hi to some people that I know or whatever. But I just went straight to the locker room.
This cloud of losing just hit us all.
I was like, I actually haven't still, like, I'm still kind of like under the radar. I'm still kind of like recovering.
I think
from
we're
that
all
loss.
still heartbroken.
Yeah.
I see Lob post even today, just or the other day, yesterday, posted, I'm upset all over again.
Yeah, she was rewatching the game.
She was rewatching the game.
Yeah.
I
have
rewatched
not
it this
rewatched
morning.
it.
So I rewatched it this morning just in case y'all asked me about it. Prior to that, I'd only watched the offensive plays just like in clips with it muted, like just what do we do? I hadn't seen the whole game together. It was hard to watch. It's emotional, right? You put so much into it, and to lose by 2, right? It's not like they beat us and you're just like, man, they were just better than us.
Right,
and
right.
It just is what it is, right? It was like, wow, so many plays. Or, you know, we ended on a pick and I think people are like, oh, don't you want that pick back? It's like, no, there are plays that I completed that I want back, right? I might have thrown a slant, but the out and up was open, right? Or there are plays where, you know, maybe I rolled out and I probably should have stood in there and threw the ball, right? So I think I see those plays more than the pick, right? But regardless, I got so much love from I got so many messages, text messages on Instagram from players, coaches, everyone just saying how good of a game that was, how they were so excited to watch. So that was all heartwarming for sure. Like, love to hear from everyone. Hope some of y'all come into Prodigy. Message me, you know what I'm saying? But I just think it's just in my heart now. Like, I got to get back there. I got to work harder. Like, I think I was slower. I could have thrown some balls farther. I took too many shots, right? So there's all these things that I can figure out on my own to be better. And then I'm sure our coach has his own opinions, and I'm going to take all of that in the offseason and be better next year. I've already started working out, and we'll see how buff I look. You know what I'm saying? In about 8 months when the season starts.
Just gonna run people over now.
We'll see. You know?
So for me, the most jarring stat, like as I'm watching it, was at halftime they posted
-6.
-6 yards. And after that, I swear to God, LaMont didn't call a single run play the entire second half.
Yeah, for whatever reason, we just couldn't get that.
He just
going.
said,
but you know what I think
fuck
it
it.
is? I think that
Prodigy's down there somewhere. I mean, that's what he said.
I do want to say, I think that it was because all of the games that they had played before that, everyone had been like running or like had some kind of run advantage, and they had just been playing the run for so long. Then when they finally got out there in the championship, they had been seeing us run. I think some quarters we probably just ran. And then we were like, just didn't do it anymore. We were just throwing. And that would just throw them off in the second half.
Did you guys know that LaMont was planning to like not run the ball at all? Like, did he say, we're just gonna have to air this out the whole second half?
Basically, but I mean, isn't that what everyone thought? We were down like 2 touchdowns.
But you weren't down like panic mode.
He doesn't tell me shit, so I usually just hear it from the quarterbacks.
Well, I think he told me that I'd be in the second half and that we were going to throw it, but like I didn't think that it would be every play, but that's a quarterback's dream, right? Yeah, don't even give me a running back, give me a tight end. But you know, so he did it out of a few different sets. As much as you probably didn't see it as desperation, it was 6:21, right? We give them the ball back. If we don't score, it's 6:28, right? So it was more of a desperation. Let's get in and let's score as soon as possible. So coming out in the second half, and I think we got a couple good plays out, and then Lexi scored. One of the coaches called that too. He had said sometimes they're switching or moving on the defense and they're not ready when we're ready. So he said, go ahead and snap it before I think your defender never got her head around. So that's why I went to you. But Q-Tip was open in front of you.
Yeah.
She was like running from the other side of the field trying to get over to you.
Was that the one Lexi almost fumbled in the end zone?
No, we can get to that one. This was the one where she did the Lion King celebration.
Lion King celebration?
Yeah.
That's right.
What Lion King celebration?
You haven't seen it?
No.
Oh.
You don't follow her on Instagram?
Yeah.
I mean,
the fuck?
Show me it. I guess I'm not the...
But yeah, that was the only celebration that I had planned. I had been wanting to do it like all season. I kept forgetting. So I was like, I might as well just do like a little coconut water on his head and then you lift it up.
Your celebrations are so corny though, so it's probably why I didn't think it was a celebration, because it was probably just
probably. Now looking
really
back
bland.
at it, if you didn't know that I did the thing, you'd probably just like, why is she holding up the ball? That's fucking weird. Because I rewatched it and I was like, man,
so yeah, okay, that makes sense as to why I didn't think it was a celebration.
Do you do celebrations?
I don't know.
Why not?
Because I've been there before.
Yeah, but don't you? Aren't you having fun?
No. I mean, what am I going to celebrate? Throwing a touchdown?
No, if you do a rushing touchdown.
We have a little
Not really.
We had a handshake.
Because I don't get a lot of them, and I only get them at the 1-2 yard line. It's like Jalen Hurts tush push style. But no.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen you celebrate.
No.
Like other than like a.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you do that.
Well, actually, this year you know the song "She Was a Fairy." We did it as a group, and there's actually a picture of it. But we did it as a group during one of our games when I threw a touchdown. That was the celebration, the group celebration.
There was also celebrations of that in the WNFC. Not to rain on your parade.
Don't do it, Lexi. Okay, we're talking about the diva celebration,
right? Yeah,
just kidding.
I'll get us back on track. So, Coach, as much as I really prefer being in gun, that's what I ran in flag all my years, right? There's I started playing 7-on-7 flag first at Howard, then I'm playing 8-on-8 contact, right? And everything was in the gun. You're 8-10 yards back. And so coming and being under center, I remember with the DCD was the first time I got under center, I kept jamming my thumb. I hated it. I thought it was like the thumb on my thumb or my middle finger on my throwing hand. And I was just like, this is terrible. I hate it. Then sometimes you might get clipped by a lineman, right? If you don't get out of there fast enough, your foot's underneath your center's foot. And that's not cool either. And I just, from a couple of those, I just started to hate under center. Yeah. But you can't hate under center because, you're going to go under center. So Coach knows that though. And he knows that I prefer to be in the gun. So I just feel like, we're in desperation mode. I think we did the same in Mississippi too. When I got in and we were down by 10, let's put her in the most comfortable position to, get us to score some points. Yep.
So let me ask you, so that was obviously the first time the Prodigy has been to a championship. Well, for the WNFC. For WNFC, right? And for you as a quarterback, right? So what was your mentality going into the game? How did you prepare for the game leading up to it, and then also right before kickoff? Because I had uncharacteristic super anxiety before we played Pittsburgh in the conference championship game a week ago.
Do you ever get
I never get that. Never get that.
Oh.
Ever. But I felt like, that was the monkey on the back to get there. So I don't feel like I'm going to be as nervous. But how did you prepare for that?
Sure. I would say prior is just watching so much film, right? I watched every snap, well, not all the snaps, but every snap, every defensive snap from Texas. So you're watching Seattle play them. You're watching all of the games that they played all year long. A lot of teams, like you said, did run. So that actually got frustrating, right? I'm watching these teams hoping to see some concepts or hoping to see what really worked. And you'll watch a full game and they may have run a passing play a handful of times. So you're watching a full game to write down 10 pass plays, So that was a little bit frustrating, but I went back. I just continued to watch it. I know Mississippi throws a lot, so I watched their game from this year, and then I went back and watched the 9-comp from last year, just looking at again, is it trips? Is it spread? Is it the ISO side? What are they giving up? Which corner should I take some shots on? All of these things you start trying to prep. I normally don't pay much attention to the line, and that's something that I've always you just feel the line, right? If I feel you coming, I'll try to run out this other way. But Red plays on Texas's line, and she plays flag. She's got a motor on her. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. And that's something that we always talk about. Shout out Red, even in flag, that Red got a motor. There's I've seen videos of her almost, they're pushing her around. She still get the flag pull. She still finds a way to get around. So I already knew that. And then she's either number 5 or number 9 because they have someone built just like her on the other side. at 5 or 9. And they were coming. Shout out to Red again because there was a couple times she could have blew me up after I threw the ball and she just held me up. So good sportsmanship there. Yeah. Definitely appreciate that.
We do appreciate that. Lee lineman, you don't have to take cheap shots.
Let's play good ball. Mm-hmm. And so I really appreciate the few times where she just held me up saying, I almost had one. Almost.
So when you're in the game, right?
Oh wait, sorry. One more thing. So preparation, lots of film, obviously. But during the game, I just told myself to stay calm, right? If you could just stay calm throughout the whole game, that you should have a good game, right? Just be next play mentality. Because as I watched the game back, I was just like, wow, how did I stay in it, right? There's plays where I'm being sacked, or we had penalties back to back, right? You get up to like the 10-yard line, and then it's 15-yard penalty, 5-yard penalty. Like, whoa, like. That was really hard for me to watch back. Like, how are we going to handle that as a team? But I did some breathing exercises, like, just breathe. You literally just breathe. And so I actually had to do that in the Mississippi game, right? So I'm coming in the Mississippi game. I knew I would play the second half, but they actually put me in right before the second half, like a couple seconds before, and I played terribly. I think I fumbled and threw a pick. I was just like, "Ooh, Lord, you're gonna have to figure that out, if you want to win this game." So we came, went in for halftime, came back out, and I just really focused on my breath. I'm like, just breathe. He's gonna get the play in. You give it to the team. Just breathe. I did stop calling the Mike linebacker. Sorry, coach, but I just needed an extra step, another second for myself to think. And so you just breathe, you stay calm, you do those plays you practice are the ones. I remember that we ran a play in the parking lot the day before that we ran there. It was like a screen to crash. We had just ran in the parking lot. It worked out pretty well. And then the crash caught that touchdown. Oh my God. I think I screamed. I probably could still hear myself screaming because I thought she might catch it and get tackled, but to catch it and the score was just such a crazy experience. The linemen were in shock. Everyone's just like, oh my God, right? Like you could hear the crowd. And for the first time this year, I could really hear the crowd, like in the playoffs and in the championship game. I think everything's kind of muted until the play is over, and then it's just like, whoa, we scored because of the crowd. You don't even have to see it. You can feel that it's happening. And so I just, again, stay calm. Crash had caught a ball like that actually at practice on the right side. She kind of spent around. She used to be a basketball player, so she kind of still has some of those basketball moves. Spent around, made a catch, and I still can remember her doing it. We were at Deanwood. It was just on the other side of the field. Touchdown. Young rookie got us through. She'd been talking, big mess.
Talking her talk.
Yes, and she made it happen. And so that was very exciting. We had been in Tennessee for a few days. That playing back-to-back, playing on Thursday and then playing on Saturday is a little absurd. And so, right.
Let me ask you guys about that, too.
Yeah.
So how is that? Because that's very unconventional, very different, right? You as a quarterback with your arm and you and your legs,
Yeah, I think it's only logical for women's tackle football. It does make sense to not have to travel again. I mean, we traveled 3 times back to back. I can't imagine traveling 4 times back to back or having a game in between then. I mean, to me, it makes sense. But I also really like tournament mode style, where you play, you rest a little bit and then play again. But I don't know. I enjoy it.
Your body, your legs aren't dead at that point?
I mean, yeah, I'm tired. But you got to do ice baths and stuff. Just got to take care of yourself.
So much recovery.
Hydrate. Yeah.
So much
I bring
recovery.
those little leg compression sleeves and I basically do them for hours afterwards,
Same.
Do you guys get, do you get sad at all knowing that you don't host a playoff game? Because they're at a specific spot.
No, because we have issues getting fields as it is. So,
if they're at a specific spot, Tennessee or something like that, isn't that's not
so
a little...
the way you guys are set up, right? Who has the highest seed? That's who's going to be the home team, right? And the other team's going to travel. But when you just won your game the other day, you didn't know. I guess you wouldn't know unless you win, right? You don't know who's going to travel or not. How can you make your travel arrangements early?
You can kind of predict which teams are going to win. It's not 100%, but mostly by the end of the season.
You wouldn't just buy a ticket,
I mean, some things are obvious.
Guessing.
Some wins are going to be obvious.
Sure.
The seating, especially with Massey rating.
I guess what I'm getting at is the easiest thing for me is I already knew that playoffs were going to be in Tennessee, and I knew that the non-cup was going to be in Dallas, regardless of who won, who lost. And so that at least helped me buy my tickets early, plan, save my money.
Yeah.
But you'd rather take that format than potentially hosting a playoff game or 2?
I like both formats, honestly. I think I like, because your format, right? You playing every 2 weeks. You win, you play in another 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
And so I think your format was, I
mean, it sucks for some teams.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay had to come to us for a second time. Denver had to go to Pittsburgh, 2 weeks before.
Right, and that sucks.
And that does suck.
You could have bought a ticket months ago.
Yeah.
And saved all that money. I think for women's tackle football, as with the state that we're in now, and no one's getting paid, it just makes sense.
Okay, that's fair.
You save money. You save a lot of money.
I just asked if you were sad about it though.
Oh.
Because you guys definitely would have hosted both playoff games if you were in like the WFA format. Sure. And there's no other way, like no better way to win than win in front of your own fans.
Yeah.
Other than winning at home, at away in your biggest rival's stadium. But no, I mean, I didn't know if you guys like, yeah, well, that's a good trade-off. I'd rather just know where I'm going to play at than
I think it's something we just accept. Like, you know, it's like when your schedule comes out, that's just who you're playing, you know? And, you know, when it's time for playoffs, that's just where it is. So the schedule thing also gets me, can't wait for this one to come out because then it becomes strength of schedule, right? You play, you know, the number 15, 16 seed too many times, then your like seeding is up for jeopardy.
Yeah.
You know.
How do you guys do your ranking system? Because I know we use Massey.
That's a good question.
Okay.
I think that there is a very complicated formula that they take into account, which typically involves coaches and owners' opinions. I could be wrong.
If somebody knows specifically, hit us up because
put it in the comments.
I think we all need clarity. At the end of one, so you know they do those like news bursts. What is not a news burst? You know when the WNFC puts out like a
like a newsletter.
Yeah, or like whatever. At the end of one of those newsletters, they do explain like exactly what they're doing and how the coaches have to rank each week, and then they take into account some other board of people that we don't know, and you know, and then
yeah, we don't know.
Board of people we don't know.
It seems complicated though.
Just being honest.
Yeah.
I think in women's football, both leagues have, in some degree, broken systems that are, you know, ranking systems. Like
what do you
the
think about Massey? Yeah,
I mean, that gets criticized all the time, but I do like that Massey takes in consideration strength of schedule, points for, points against, and strength of schedule. Now, I don't like that you have, like for this year specifically as an example, Salt Lake City, who's a D2 team. Brand new, strength of schedule was 15 in the league. And they were ranked like number 1 at some points and then number 2 at other points. Didn't understand that part just because they were blowing everybody out the water, but their strength of schedule was 15. Right? So to me, that didn't make sense. Nothing against Salt Lake City.
What's your strength of schedule?
We were 2. We were behind Minnesota. So it was Minnesota, us, Pittsburgh, St. Louis had the 4th strength of schedule. But yeah, 15th, that didn't justify putting you at number 2 for me. So like, that's what I mean. Like some of it's, you know, whatever. But hey, maybe one day somebody will come up with a good system that we can all adopt.
Yeah.
Every league.
We'll see. It's evolving and changing. Almost every year, something is different. So I think we're just figuring it out.
Yeah, it's the off season now. I'm waiting to hear from WNFC. You never know what might happen in off season. We have a new team out in California. We could have another new team, or we could have...
Yeah.
You know, who knows what might happen in the off season with the WNFC.
Yeah, an expansion team.
Yeah. I'll take one closer around here that we can drive to, please, and thank you.
Oh, you want another Philly team?
Yes.
Phantoms?
Well, I guess we have Jersey now, so we'll take that, but like...
You want Phantoms?
You got Phantoms.
You can have that.
You got them. Then you played them in the first game of the season. You're talking about strength of schedule.
Don't do that. That was the only one that was a blowout, like a very lopsided one. Other than that, we had Tampa twice. Physical, very physical. We had Pittsburgh twice. Minnesota. And Philly. All right. So we have a, some of these we actually talked about.
Okay.
We have a, you're not looking at the questions.
How can I see the questions?
Wait, face it more towards the camera.
Oh, I see.
We have a set of questions here that we're going to see if Ashley can answer any of those. Okay. Some of them might be tough. Some of them may not. Are you scared?
No.
You should have her spin it.
Oh, go ahead.
Just this way?
Whatever way. What does the Prodigy need to do to take the next step?
We just got to keep going. We had a new coach this year, and a lot of us were still getting used to his system. I think that I'm a lot more comfortable with how he's running the offense now. I think I can say the same about some of our receivers and our linemen. I think as long as we keep the majority of our players, we're going to be back at the championship next year.
Just keep doing what we're doing, I think, and just keep progressing. I think we just baby steps on this offense. But as long as we keep building on it, I think we'll be good.
Got to be in the lab in the off season.
Yeah, keep everyone healthy. That's a big thing.
The lab, as in the film room.
We're just I almost see it like a new team. Like everyone knows of the Prodigy, but because we came in with this new coach, this new system, it's almost like being a new team. And so we got all the way to the championships with that feeling of being a new team. Things were still new. So next year, everybody better watch out. That's really how I feel about it.
Yeah, it's only up from there.
She's coming.
The first year with the new system, and look how far we got.
Yeah. No, that's true though. Especially like I've played in that system, so it is, it is complex. It is advanced. So
yeah, it is. I even asked him to shorten it. He said no. But closed mouths don't get fed. I was just like,
don't know if you ask.
Gun split right ying me one more time. We haven't even gotten to the blocking formation or the routes, like
actual play.
Yeah, it's so funny. She'll come in the huddle and be like, I don't know. We were like, oh, no.
Yeah, or like, and then we were using this like new...
I was going to say, you guys have headsets though. Imagine if you didn't have a headset.
Oh my gosh.
Just imagine.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't it be nice?
But shout out to Lexi. She bought those last year. We didn't use them in 24, but we did definitely use them this year. But sometimes, it's loud. Now that we have a crowd there, it becomes a lot louder. You can hear if someone's right behind coach, like screaming. You can kind of hear that too. And so now, this is not an iPhone, you know what I'm saying? It's not like the clearest thing coming through. It's literally a walkie-talkie. So sometimes you don't get the whole play.
Damn.
We were struggling with what is it called? Delay of game. So I'm trying to get the play in. I didn't really hear the first part. You just got to make it up, right? All I heard was, the last few routes. I'm like, okay, well, it's going to be gun split. Packer right here. And then we're just going to make it work. But that was the breathing. I was able to do that through breathing because I watched the film. There's a couple times where I'm like, what's going on? I'm just like, well, whatever. We don't have time for you to figure out.
You're going to find out when we're on the field.
I'm about to go tell them something because we can't keep having the delay of games. I'll make something up or like, I'm never going to like do something we've never done, right? Everybody run. I don't know, right? It's going to be a play, but it's going to be the play that I want.
Of course. So you've had a really good year, right?
Sure, yes.
You're an all-pro. You were one of the top quarterbacks in the league, right? Statistically.
Not according to the Instagram post the other day.
Yeah, that didn't make sense. Yeah, statistically.
It was based off yards from the regular season. And I was like number 7 or 8.
So my question is, I need to know, where do you rank yourself as a quarterback in WNFC?
I would say I'm a top 5 quarterback. I'm going to leave it at top 5. I think that I could
play... Top 5, not 5?
Well, like right now, so then if I say that, then it's top 4 then, right? I might as well
top
just
4, not 4?
I think that I played very well in the playoffs. I think that we split time during the year, and so my like stats are probably like just half if I had played a full game. But I don't mind because we were winning, right? To go through it and win, like I think you guys asked that question before. Would you rather play the whole game and lose? Or would you rather, sit the bench some time and win?
And win, yeah.
And I want to win. And we were winning. We won 8 games. We won 8 games straight. We had never done that before in the WNFC. And we were 2 or 3 points away from beating Texas. And we had them on their heels, like...
Yeah.
There was some butts were puckered.
Some buttholes were like this.
Yeah, you just...
Clenched.
You never know.
Real tight.
What would you say is your favorite route to throw?
The go ball.
That's Lexi's favorite too. What do you know?
We're just compatible in that way.
The go ball.
Go ball.
Yeah, we scored on that in the NAC Cup. Well, it was kind of like a fade, short fade.
Lexi's good at catching go balls.
But wait, the one that you called that wasn't a touchdown up the sideline. It was like on our sideline.
That was perfect. It was literally right over my shoulder into my hands.
Perfect. You just step out of bounds.
Yeah. This is how you play the game. I push this button, it does a countdown, and then it releases each of these one by one, and you have to catch it
in any order.
With one hand. Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, damn. 1.
You want to use one hand?
You said one hand.
No. Oh.
Yes.
So now you have to get 6.
You gotta get 6 to win.
That's my number. My number 6.
People on social media will talk about
easy work.
3, 2,
Stressed.
1, go.
Okay, 1.
Fuck.
2. 3, catch it with 2 hands.
Sorry.
4. Ah, there we go.
I did catch one with 2 hands.
We'll take that.
All right, tie.
We'll take a tie.
Do you do this in your spare time?
Yeah.
I know you do.
Lexi loves football gadgets or any
Yeah.
athletic gadgets.
Yeah.
Lexi does that in her football spare time.
Anything for hand-eye coordination.
Be back.
Hand-eye
I'm here
coordination.
for it.
Okay, that was. I mean, for you, that's good as a receiver.
Yeah.
We have to get Ashley a
look into
gadget.
your hand.
Like, I know you have some. Don't you have like hoops or something? Like, no, you have like the tall people that you have to throw
Throw over
over.
the top.
Oh, yeah.
Give that. Oh, so you already know about that.
Oh,
She
yeah.
probably brings them out to workouts.
She don't bring them to all of them,
But
you
she
probably-
does.
yeah.
I've seen her bring it to the workouts that we've had. She goes, "Hey, throw me a go route in the end zone, a fade," and like she'll put the big, tall, 8-foot figure there, and it's like there's like this little area to throw it at in the corner of the end zone.
I love it though. It's helpful mainly because we do a lot of like on air, right? Most of the routes you catch in your life are going to be on air, you know? Like, let's just keep it real. We're going to rep on air, just me and you sometimes, no defense. And so you got to get used to catching with somebody on your back or somebody jumping, right? Like, most of the passes from the 9 Cup, where somebody was right there. Like, they were not free, just wide open, butt naked. So you got to get used to somebody having your hand in your face.
Yeah. Those were like body catches. You had to catch it with your body because if you catch it out here, it's just going to be smacked
They
away.
come. They're coming.
The one last question I want to leave with is, what is the most important thing to you on a team?
I know you're gonna ask.
Is it culture? Is it the players? Or is it the coaches?
I'm going to say culture. I think one of the reasons some people choose the team they choose is for the culture. I say the DC Divas and Washington Prodigy has a different culture, and some people fit into that differently or like it a certain way. Obviously, you got to have players and you got to have coaches, but the players and the coaches have to be bought into the culture and into everything that you're doing, right? Like, as we keep talking about, like the 2 quarterback systems, I bought into it, you know, and we were 8-1, made a appearance in the championship game, and so I think the culture is the biggest piece, or even being a leader, right? If I see there's some issues going on, I do not like drama. I will avoid confrontation. But right, if we have a player having an issue at practice, I'll go talk to him. And they're like, why everybody mad at me? Because you need to shut the fuck up. And so just being a leader and telling someone that, right? You could change someone's lives by being honest with them, right? You just talk too much and people don't like that. Like, you know, and like coaches are going to stop putting you in. People are like going to start avoiding you. And sometimes you got to give people that hard, honest truth.
Mm-hmm. You ever have to do that to Lexi? Like, you ever have to have a hard conversation with her?
No.
No, I'm
mean-
telling you guys, Lexi is a great teammate. I would say everyone has their things, right? I would say Q-Tip's fast. I always put Lexi as our route technician. She's going to route you up. And she prides herself in making sure that she runs good routes, that she's at where she's supposed to be, that she gets off her jams. And you just got to respect that. She don't really complain. I feel like if she is, it's later on, like, hey, you know, are you not seeing, you know, we're talking things through more than a complaint. And I need that, right, at quarterback, right? If you're open on every out route you run and I never look your way, please tell me, right? That could be a touchdown.
You ever play in the same flag team as her?
Have we? No.
We
I was
did, but
open.
I was hurt.
I was open on that route.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Don't make me run a dig. Do you know Lexi doesn't like dig
does not
routes?
like digs.
Okay, so you know, okay.
Well, I learned that from watching, I think, one of the first shows.
I mean, I like digs and when I have
Flag.
a helmet on.
Yeah.
But in flag, like I see people come to the middle trying to hurt people on purpose. I just don't want to be a broken nose. I've seen so many broken noses in flag, broken
Wear a mask.
faces. So do you have any superstitions like before a game or before you play or like before practice?
Yes. This year I had the most ridiculous superstition that I couldn't get my hair done. So all year, so when you have locks, you get your hair retwisted. Let's just say, right? Normally I get my hair retwisted on the every 3-month cadence. But when the season started, it was about time for me to do my hair. And I was like, no, helmet, blah, blah, blah. I'll do it during the 2-week bye. We had a 2-week bye. So 3 games, 2-week bye. The 2-week bye came and we had just won the 3rd game. I called my dad and he was like, you guys have never started 3-0. And I thought to myself, wow, we have not ever started 3-0. And for whatever reason, I told myself it was because I hadn't done my hair. So now I can't get my hair done. I got my hair done in January. It was supposed to be done in April. It was now April. And I was deciding that I was not going to do my hair because we are obviously winning because I haven't done my hair.
The only reason.
So then we won the next 3 games. So we're 6-0. We go to playoffs. We win those 2 games. And then this is where it got hard because I had a CBS interview before the championship game. And I was like, do you really go 6 months without a retwist on CBS? And the answer was absolutely, because if I do my hair and if we lose, I'm going to think it's because I did my hair. So basically I went the whole season without a retwist. I guess it gave us 8 games, but it did not give us that 9th game.
Yeah,
Was she looking rough?
Yes, go back and look at those CBS interviews and look at me now. I promise you, anybody listening right now, just you see me? I had a bun on the CBS interview. I have a bun now. Just look at it from all angles. I look like I had a fro with locks coming out of it that I just brushed up into a bun. So thank you, CBS, for allowing me to come on, even though I was looking like that. And thank you to all my teammates, because I told them too. Telly had her hair done right before, and I was like, oh, that fresh scalp, man. And they were like, but you can't get yours done, because they had bought into my superstition.
They were fueling the fire.
Yeah, they fueled it. But now I'll be sure to do my hair before the season starts so that I won't have that issue.
You think it's going to continue into the next season?
No, I won't. No, I think I broke it now. If we had we beat Texas, oh my God.
Still wouldn't have had it done.
I would have made some crazy superstition. Like last year, I got my hair done on January 4th. So we got to do it on January 4th. And then you can't do it until, I probably would have made like some like formula to success about how I can get my hair done.
We really appreciate Ashley for being on. I appreciate you. I hope you had some fun.
Oh, absolutely. I am very grateful to be brought on to the Peach Pod. If you don't know me, I've been on the Peach Report, so check that out as well. One of my favorite segments on Instagram. Thank you so much to Amanda and Lexi for inviting me on to the show today. I've played on the team with both of them, and I'm so happy to say that I'm still playing with Lexi.
So that wraps up episode 13. Thank you, Ashley, for being on. Do you want to give a handle or any place that people can look at your social media or reach you?
Yes, you can follow me on Instagram at golden.clark. I'm not on anything else because I am old. Outside of that, shout out to my O-line.
Hey.
Shout out to the O-line.
So that's it for this episode of the Peach Pod. Subscribe, like, and share so that we can promote women's tackle football or women's sports in general. We're always sponsored by Protagonist Apparel, owned by a female athlete. If you want, check out that website at www.protagonistapparel.com. It's protagonist with a Y. Until next time, keep your pads low and your game high.
This is just 2 peaches in a pod signing off.